Welcome back to the show. It's show business. I love to say that because obviously people see me now and they go like, we love the business part of the show. So that's why it's show business. To all of you out there now, for all this while, they be almost sending you your comments and contributions. Once again, we're knocking at your door. That do same for unim dia kakrano for beboy for unim I mean, send it in. This is not just about us. This is not just about our views. Also wadring here. I mean, you can see the table can only take like 4 people, internal 4 people but outside there, all of you, your views are equally important. It's all send them in here on the show and I'll be glad and happy to read your views and comment. Welcome to the show once again. My panel for today is the man that he's changing the face of blogging. He's changing the face of, telling news. He's looking at positivity, not just always, propagating negative news out there. He's doing something. And he says, yeah, baby, I'll be say, welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, boss. God bless you.
Everything fine.
Everything nice.
It seems now you are the most branded blogger now.
Branding is good. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm proud to say that, it's good to channel whatever thing you are doing into that position. So for me, branding is key to me in everything. It makes people take you serious and not just a joke. Because in a system where people are blogging, you have a lot of people in a blogging space, you need to be distinct. Tell me, Sean. Beard gang, you say I want to hear chairman.
Okay, George Betty, you too now.
Hey, on show.
And then also, my brother, my boss, my friend, the man that he can rap, but rap no rap no. Ryan B.A. There's no style, there's nothing. Let's start with CNS. Welcome.
Senior. Na work there.
Nyamia do more.
That's your here. Rap no sen kolana ya na makono. And never knew na every fair. Susano, in those time, it was school near Contractual. He was a boy, no, almost the handkerchief, almost somewhere to pack.
Bandana.
No more that teacher of Adam say.
Okay.
And no much to show my talent number for me. Sometimes you want to be like that.
Do I rap it down?
Yeah, my rap pen. My rap pen. I remember those times. City found somebody me come. We na me yenti na maye come. Edebenti na maye na maye sa. I used to rap those ones, and then also to my niggas on the block. Yeah, what I say, obey the pound beddy. This is Sarko there. Yeah, say I'll be the best rapper alive. This is me. Everybody that is watching, keep watching. This is Xylophone TV. We are the best.
We know you can't chase
this is.
You make our waist like that.
Nagaba, now what?
2 minutes.
What's a beat?
This is all beats. Say rap there, any beats in there. Oba, I'm my rapper film. What I say?
Now we are beat.
The Super Studio, my beats and me fantastic.
I'm the rap there. I can't go to me.
Then I'm Opa. Opa, my black my beats.
Me rap on Wednesday evening.
Better than watch a black.
Okay, and also very beautiful. She's built a foundation actually with C Foundation, and she's now putting up the pillars, so she's become like a strong tower. Ladies and gentlemen, the very beautiful, talented Enna.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Boko.
And Kupa.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, very cool.
When you load paper, then catch me.
We are label mates and friends.
And so it goes beyond that, isn't it?
No, we are just label mates and good friends.
Load paper, be a me load paper. Since I make us load paper at the studio.
They are writing essay.
Mr. Load paper at the studio.
Yeah, it's true. The thing is, we are on the same label, so we are found like having the same shows, going to the same places together.
You don't have the same interview today.
So like
the day Lord Paper came for the interview, you came with him.
And that's
also one another.
Why? It looks like you wanted me to come so that you attacked me, like for real. He just wanted to attack me, like, for real.
So about question. Yeah, when any no crown or Hobeka, no credit in the house, both say, who had an echi, someone beside no, who say, Muda Kana money, the Yabiasa. I just said, Lord, what trunk rat I want to move. Lord, people, what trunk rat.
Hey, like a shock, like a shock, Steph. A shock, like a shock. I don't know what I go talk to. Like you make the things before my hand. You be serious, oh. You be serious, like a shock.
What's it? Whoa.
No, it don't be so, but like I shock how like you just they talk the thing with confidence, like yo.
It's in your eyes. I can see.
It's not in my eyes. I'm just a happy person.
I know, but I can see Lord in your eyes.
I mean, just when I mentioned Lord,
God.
your eyes, you know,
I can see the guy in your eyes.
like your face.
She says, why did I come here? No.
Oh God.
No.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I've been following you for some time. I've been following your music, but at a point, you bet me, I can say, did you switch from what? Because I know of a song with you and Strongman, and it sounded quite different. I mean, sure. I must say though, my favorite of all is Mana.
Sure.
And maybe after 6 years, nothing my compare and my contrasting. But at a point, did you decide to switch, or this is what you've wanted to do? I mean, from the start.
No, I mean, like in everything you do, the success of it is growth. That's what I believe. So I think I grew. I didn't switch. It's the same enum. So like I just grew. When you do something for a very long time, you become more experienced than you were before when you started. So I grew from the starting enum to a growing enum. So it means like what you are seeing now is the growing enum, and you can attest to that fact because when you compare the old songs that you heard to the ones you are hearing today, you know there is like a difference, and there's been growth, and there's been some things that are checked and corrected and got back in place.
Good. But I mean, we'll come back to you. But let's begin with the show on the right note, and let's talk about Kelvin Boy, Stonebwoy, Benetton. I mean, Kelvin Boy being released from the Benetton music. Kobe. I mean, did we in 7 start and say, was this the final point you personally anticipated that we're going to get to? That it was going to get to this point that he'll be released from the recording?
No. No. But for me, I think it came as a big shock to me. I wasn't expecting it, even though Kelvin Boy over the years, I mean, has grown to be a solid artist himself. I mean, now Kelvin Boy is doing amazing for himself without the Stonebwoy factor. I mean, when he started, people were trying to say, okay, now you're riding on Stonebwoy. So it came to a point that Stonebwoy.
It's not. And yes, if you are people thought.
It was clear. It was obvious. I mean, yes. But then again, to date, within some period of like a year, or close to some 8 months now, we can boldly say that Kelvin Boy is now a solid artist that can push for himself, even though the news came out very shocking to me. But I think it has been a very beautiful journey. Let's see where Stonebwoy picked Kelvin Boy from. We just met him in the studio and just picked him and said, okay, you're amazing, let me see how best I can help. And looking at Stonebwoy at the peak of his career, to sacrifice and say that I'm going to carry you along, both of them doing singing. How many people get that big heart to say that, let me just ride with you?
Okay.
Sign you on my label, have my manager Black City manage all of us together. So for me, I think that let me use this opportunity to say a big shout out to Stonebwoy for having that big heart, that space in his heart to accommodate Kelvin Boy. So for me, even though I was shocked, but I think that everything happens for a reason. He's matured now and he's doing amazing for himself.
Okay, I'll come to and I'll pick your thought on that. So think about that. But Mr. Rest, for artists rising, for some rising artists, we've seen it. We've seen so many of it. Say you almost rise here to some point. If you are Rebecca says, so then they seem to leave the recording. In this case, particular, who is the biggest loser?
I think sometimes it's a twofold question you've asked. Sometimes the artist, the one who leaves, loses big. And sometimes, if you look at the case of Stonebwoy, there's no way anybody will say Kelvin Boy is leaving Stonebwoy, and so Stonebwoy is going to lose.
But let's look at investment.
Yeah.
Hey, Abu Dokar said, you cannot buy fame.
Yeah.
Kobe can see us say, Kelvin Boy rode on the say the fame, the success, the popularity of Stonebwoy to be who he is now. So that should amount to some sort of investment.
Yeah.
Again, the period they had the contract, that some investment had gone in, and I'm not sure said over the years that period Kelvin Boy to me some big shows I bet I can say it would have been enough to have paid off those investments. So in terms of investment,
you see, it is the reason why the last time we can be said, as we speak, it will be totally out of place for any manager or producer to sign an artist on a verbal contract. Because now the current crop of contract artists are signing really give this kind of indications. For example, exiting plan. If any artist, if you are signing, and if any artist is watching this show right now, or any producer, whenever you sign in with the artist, provide an exiting plan. Even if the person is your wife, girlfriend, or family, sign an exiting plan contract where you state in the contract that if it happens any day, because of this investment thing you just said, if it happens any day and you want to go, I will have to value how much money I have put into you, and some amount of money paid before you can go.
So if
it's important,
and to say clearly, how can I say if the money accrued in terms of revenue generation, and it's not up to what is invested at,
and that money is paid as at the value of you. So we look at where I picked you and your value now. So if I picked you and your value was $10,000, and as at the time you were exiting and your value is $50,000, my exiting compensation will come from the $50,000.
But what if you, the manager or the producer, is
it's a vice versa. It's a vice versa arrangement. Exiting plan does not go for artists alone. It go for the record label as well as the artist. Because in this case, for example, maybe the relationship ended maybe with a little argument, quarrel, and the artists want to exit. You understand? Sometimes artists have funny way of exiting from a record deal. It could be maybe they've seen some juicy contract somewhere, and then they want to go, and then they see they have to create some innuendo or a fight or a battle or anything, and then they can exit. Or sometimes they are not seeing the way clearly, or sometimes they want to be themselves. You understand? Good. And so these all factors comes to play when an artist want to exit.
Good. Good. Hold on. We have an artist in the studio, so it'll be good to.
But you see, there's something I really wanted to add to this before Enam comes through. You see, the last time 2-3 weeks ago, I said it on the table, if you permit me, and I said that sometimes it's a bit difficult, dangerous, and unsuccessful for artists to decide to manage their fellow artists. And there were guys on the table who were not in support of what I was saying. Me say, artists, it is always difficult and unsuccessful for artists to decide to manage their fellow artists. And we have seen the signs on the table here in this country, because the artist himself is looking for opportunities, looking for to be at the top. You are looking for the TV hype, you are looking for everything, you want to win the top shows. And then you, the same artist, decide to also sign your fellow artists and say, let me ride with you. It will go for years. It will be difficult for the artist to rise to above that person. It will be difficult, unless by divine intervention, it will be difficult for Kelvin Boy to rise above Stonebwoy. The same way it will be difficult for Akobwa to become bigger than Sarkodie. That's for years. As far as they continue to work, that kind of thing, it will be difficult, because I am the one putting money into you. When I go to show, the money I make is what we use to shoot a video. So you see how the trend is difficult.
We'll look at it. I mean, I think it's debatable in a sense that we need to look at it from the business.
But give me an example. Give me an example of artists who have managed their fellow artists, and the one they were managing has rise to become bigger than the younger artists.
Samini Kofi Kenyatta.
Oh, still call
Samini. I mean, those days.
Stonebwoy.
But
look at Samini Stonebwoy. Who was signing who?
Samini signed Stonebwoy into the high grade.
But I think even with that, Stonebwoy had to split before he had that chance to really move.
Well, the Samini Stonebwoy issue was like P Square and now Rude Boy. You understand?
No, but you can't,
it's like P Square and now Rude Boy. So if you look at that,
to me, changing the fact that Stonebwoy was once on the
no, I'm not changing it.
But bring
Enam in.
And this is a common idea in the discussion we're having here. No. Do you have an exiting plan clause in whatever contract you have with your record? And I say it's just a matter of contracts. You name how we exit. We have 1 year, we have 2 years. If not, say, and let's say, yeah, we're not leaving. And I say, yeah, baby, tete mususu aned in some. Do you have an exiting
clause in my contract,
yes.
my personal contract?
Yes,
I do. I mean, there is an exiting clause in every contract. To the little knowledge that I have one in mind. And it always goes like when the other parties are not performing their duties, the other party also has the right to take it to court for it to be terminated the rightful way. That is what I know.
Okay, but I mean, I don't know. I think basically
that one is condition precedent.
It's exactly, but
condition
in terms
precedent.
Say misdemeanor and all of these things, disrespect to the brand and all of what is it? Or there's nothing like that would trigger one person exiting the contract when anything like that happens.
Yeah, it's in every contract in Ghana here. But like me, I don't think, when it comes to we Ghanaians, we really pay attention to those things. We really pay attention to the major things. But those things are like overlooked. The people don't really care about it. They do things and then they go their way, because in Ghana actually it's very hard to get a record label. So when the artists find one, they try to be very careful, and they have to compromise and go with some things that they don't even want to do. I'm not saying I am going through stuff, but it's like that. You talk to your friend artist and they tell you stuff in their contract and all that. And
is it a case also that sometimes when you are up and coming, because you are angry for fame, for success, for the money, you tend to accept anything?
Sometimes. Because you think of it like, Charlie, myself, I did here, nothing they happen with this person say, go do this, Charlie, make a good one. But later you go see, say, hey, like now for way to, I do mistake. But
and you see the problem they do before later we saw my mistake. Now, a lot of times in Ghana, a lot of these labels signed artists, they go in just because probably we want to give you favor. You have to delete that mentality. It is showbiz. Record labels shouldn't sign artists for doing favor or say, oh, I'm going to sign this girl because I want to do her favor by signing her. That mentality, it's business. You understand? And most of these guys, because they don't read, they don't even know the terms and conditions, what the clauses are. So most of them will just read, oh, because they're in a hurry to just blow. Me person me sign or say. Now I sign it. Later, I don't know, but we say, hey, I deal with sign who children.
Yeah, and I mean, so when you started doing music, was it difficult for you getting signed on to, say, quote unquote, a proper record label like you are on now?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't difficult for me at all. Personally, when I was doing all those songs you heard about, I wasn't really doing it like something that I wanted to do, to blow, to make money and all. That was just in love with the thing, and I was doing it for myself and like for the love of it.
So you didn't need any record?
Yes, but like I had Zakus. I was with Zakus Multimedia in Kumasi, where KC Beat is in Kumasi. And then I was working there. We didn't sign documents or anything, but like Zakus was like my father sort of, and then we were there and we were doing music. He travels, he comes back and all that, till like I finally decided to take take it very seriously. 2 years ago, my manager, the Graft, was like, oh, I have a lot of people who want me to bring you to Accra so that you get on their labels, big labels. Like, I won't put their names out. So we came, and then we went places, we did our scouting, and we just did our research and all that.
So you have
and
different offers?
I had a lot, like different offers. Different offers. So I chose the record label I wanted to be with, that is like Aussie Media, because it was more of like a family label and it was very free. I don't like tensed places, so I don't care what you want to give me, but if I feel the place is tensed, I'm not going to be there. But that place actually felt like a homely vibe and all that kind of. So for the first period of work, we didn't even sign papers, but we started working. When I did Mana with my label, we didn't have any, contract or anything, but we started working. So that should tell you the kind of label like it is. You get it. So that was how it was. So when it comes to me, I don't have experiences of, rushing to go and sign some contracts and regretting later and all that. But like from the little experiences that I have concerning other people, I know people go through that.
Okay. In some ways, started when the issues started, we've had Stonebwoy on some platforms that had not used the word ungrateful, but he had actually, as smart as he is, he's made it seem as if that anybody at all in his position will use the word ungrateful. Now, for you and your position now, also as a rising, we can pair you in the lane of Kelvin. Do you think Kelvin Boy was ungrateful?
Well, like, I don't know what actually happened, but like when something happens, everybody has their way of, narrating it or bringing it out. When there is like an issue between two people, everyone feels they are right. That's why the argument continues and continues. But like, let's say Kelvin Boy has been, with Stonebwoy all this while.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. You've gone places with him. He's helped Kelvin Boy, but there were times Kelvin Boy also held him down on the stages and this stuff for him. Like, it's not one-sided. Stonebwoy wouldn't have signed Kelvin Boy if he didn't also think of the benefit he was going to get.
Absolutely.
Let's just be realistic, because in this world, it looks like everyone is into something because of what they will get.
I mean, so what benefit do you think Stonebwoy is gotten from Kelvin Boy?
Like, maybe the ones we've not seen a lot. As artists, we have a lot of undergone things that, like, we call it coded things that you would want some people to do for you, and because of that you trust them around you and you want to keep them.
And help me and my audience, give me some of perhaps what would pass as coded things, because if you say coded things, now you're trying to prove a point. Say Kelvin Boy might have also, or Stonebwoy might have benefited a lot from Kelvin Boy.
It's not like might have.
Yeah, he has.
In every relationship is
so I want you to, like you're saying, so there's some, what do you think are some of the coded things?
Sometimes, like, you have somewhere you want your food and you have someone who can get it for you the way you want it. Like when you buy the watch, you want a lot of spag.
Exactly.
Will it be, it's not everybody who can know, like, all the secret. Yes, like
Mama.
Is that what you're saying?
The headline can say,
he will benefit a lot of things. Like, I mean, no.
Like what?
Stonebwoy'S smart.
Plenty things. Watch it. Like, some things. You have a certain kind of way. Some people you want to have some kind of conversations with. And Kelvin Boy, like, is a very good singer. Very, very talented.
The stage factor.
The stage factor. The way this boy will back him. The vocals. Even if Stonebwoy choke, the boy will take the song, continue and all that. Man, so, like, it's a lot,
Putting all this together, do you think the decision from Benetton Music Group, which obviously Stonebwoy is the president, to release Kelvin Boy was extreme, was it harsh?
Yeah, I think it was really harsh though, because for someone that you have signed your small boy and all that, if he does something, I feel like the Ghana, the record label thing, they are not keeping it that professional. So when all these things happen, that is when they start acting professional and all that. They should just keep it the way they keep it, the family way, talk about it and, you know, settle it. Because I believe Stonebwoy knows Kelvin Boy's mom. So when the little boy does something, oh, ma, Kelvin Boy has done this, so they talk to them and all that. But I don't know how it went, but me, I felt like because of that, some people would not even want to associate themselves with Kelvin Boy. And, you know, like, it's bad. It's bad for his brand and all that.
Okay. All right, that's Mr. Name Bissau Shibim. Should be Bissau Shibim. Okay, so
it's always good. I'll see the artists themselves talking, especially. I mean, giving indications of the watcher joints and see the what is. I mean,
it was an example.
It could be possibly other things.
It was an example. It was just an example.
Let's have the way of
the joints.
Conversation.
Yeah, the herbs,
I know.
And all those things. I mean, some of the artists are herbalists.
So let me do a quick break. I mean, Coach Ame home, but we're reviewing NAM's, of course, after 6. Is it after 6 or after 6?
After 6.
Is it 6 or 6?
6, number 6.
Okay, all right. So we're reviewing after